you ever had a personal encounter with the devil? I have. When I was just a teen, I participated in one of my dad's crusades in India, and one night, demons began to manifest in a very elderly woman. It was in a crowd of over 100,000 people who were gathered that night, and she began screaming right in the middle of Dad's sermon. And she began rolling on the ground, foaming at the mouth, tearing off her clothes. I had never seen anything like that before. It was quite a scene. And it seemed to me like this woman only weighed about 80 pounds. She had supernatural strength, though. As I reached down and I tried to subdue her, she hit me with the back of her forearm as she was rolling on the ground. I promise you, she literally lifted me and tossed me through the air. I landed about 6 feet away on the ground, and I was stunned. I was shocked. I knew immediately I was not dealing with natural forces. I was not dealing with an 80-some-year-old, 70-pound woman. These were supernatural forces of darkness. My point in sharing this story is not to scare you, but to prepare you, because often the devil prefers to work quietly behind the scenes to steal from us. But this experience in India in my life showed me his true nature. I didn't really know much about spiritual warfare back in those days, and perhaps you're feeling that way today. But I encourage you to study what the Bible says on this very important subject and pay particular attention to scriptures like these that promise you victory if you follow God's instructions. 1 John 4:4 says this, "Greater is he who's in you than he who's in the world." Thank God. Matthew 18:18 promises, "Whatever you bind on earth will have been bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall have been loosed in heaven." And Jesus tells us in Luke 10:19, "I give you authority to trample on serpents and scorpions and over," listen to these words, "over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you." Do you see what good news this is? Yes, the devil is real. He wants to kill, steal, and destroy God's blessings from your life. But don't forget that you do not need to be afraid. Why? Because the Lord promises you victory in His name. If there's a specific prayer request you have today, I encourage you to contact our Inspiration Prayer Center. Our prayer ministers would love to agree with you in prayer for the breakthrough that you need. Until tomorrow, God richly bless you.